My name is Alexa Pace. I have been a lawyer for 8 years. Prior to attending law school, I completed my undergraduate degree at the University of Toronto, where I studied foreign languages and literature. I then went to law school at the University of Ottawa, where I studied both civil and common law. After law school, I articled at an insurance defense firm in downtown Toronto, and then I started my career officially as a lawyer at Pace Law Firm, and I've been there ever since. In 1981, a few years before I was born, my father, Al Pace, founded Pace Law Firm. From as far as I can remember, when I became old enough to work, I would spend evenings and summers helping out wherever I could, with whatever I could, at his firm. And from being around my father for many years and seeing what he did to help clients, it truly inspired me to go to law school and become a lawyer and ultimately work helping people myself in the practice of personal injury. What I like the most about what I do on a daily basis is to be able to make a difference in people's lives and to be able to help them in the times that they need it the most. I care for my clients as if they were family members of my own. I make sure that they have easy access and have my cell phone number from the very first time that we meet. I tell each and every one of my clients that I'm not a scary lawyer. I'm not somebody that shuts her phone off at 5 o'clock on a Friday and you have to wait until Monday morning at 9 a.m. to give me a call about a question that's been burning inside of you all weekend. I tell my clients they can text me, they can call me. If I'm busy, I will get back to them as promptly as I can, but I want my clients to feel comfortable, and if it's something that is going to burn inside of them all weekend, I'd like to be able to answer that and make them feel at ease. When somebody gets into an accident, it doesn't just affect them from a physical perspective and a psychological perspective or cognitive perspective, but it impacts every single facet of somebody's life. It impacts their family life, it impacts life with their spouse, it impacts their careers, it impacts their social life, and any other activities that they did on a daily basis. And my job is to, number one, try to get them back to where they were before the accident and helping with the rehabilitation portion and making sure that they get the treatment and everything that they deserve, that they get the assistance at home by a PSW worker or any devices that they require to be delivered right away so that the transition from hospital to home is as smooth as possible. There's also other facets that they need assistance with, such as completing documents for their employer, such as completing documents for CPP disability, such as anything else that will make their lives just a little bit easier. And what happens, and this is inevitable in most cases, that the insurance company, they will perhaps cut you off from certain benefits that you require. They may terminate certain services that you continue to need, and they may actually say that you're ready to go back to work when you're not. And my job is to fight for you. My job is to make sure that you get all of the services that your doctors deem warranted, that you get the income benefit if this is something that you require, and I will do everything and anything in my power to make that happen. If you're involved in an accident, depending on the nature of the accident itself, the first step is to call the police and to make sure that somebody comes to the scene of the accident, and any first responders that are necessary to attend as well, including fire and ambulance, that they're notified that their assistance is needed. You also should exchange information with the other driver or drivers that are involved in the accident. But first and foremost, you should worry about yourself and your own well-being. After you receive the medical attention that you require, whether it be at the scene of the accident or whether it be in hospital, you should then notify your insurance company that you have been involved in an accident. After you've notified your insurer that you've been involved in an accident, you should call a personal injury lawyer who can help you navigate through the accident benefits system as well as the lawsuit if you do have a tort claim. So what's important with respect to client services for me is being there for clients. I know that an accident can be extremely stressful. It takes its toll on not only somebody's personal life, but their professional life, their family life, essentially every aspect of their life. And they need to know that there's somebody there for them that is helping look after all of the paperwork. And like I mentioned before, what's important for me is my clients to have access to me. I give every single one of my clients my personal cell phone number, and whether it's an evening, whether it's on a weekend, a holiday, they can always get in touch with me. Usually it's a very quick question that doesn't take long to answer, but what I would hate the most is to have a client wait all weekend before contacting me on Monday morning at 9 a.m. when they've been anxious all weekend long with something that I could easily answer for them and make them feel more at ease. Another thing that is very important for me is to have a great team that works with me. And my team is honestly everything to me, because my team helps me provide the best service that I possibly can for my clients. They're also there answering their phones. Most of them also give my clients their cell phone numbers as well, and they too become family members or extended family members of my clients as well as they get to know us throughout the life of their case. And so for me, having access and having your questions answered and having being able to rest at ease knowing that the paperwork is being completed by us, and all you need to do, and it's not all you need to do because it's a difficult task for many people, but you just need to focus on yourself and getting yourself better. One of my very first large cases that I ever settled was a young woman who was involved in a motorcycle accident, and it was a single motorcycle accident. There were no other vehicles involved, and she was at fault, and there was no lawsuit that could be commenced on her behalf, and she was left with the claim for accident benefits. And a lot of people, and there were a few lawyers that had actually declined to take on her case because, well, probably for various reasons, I'm not quite sure, but she ended up on my desk, and she ended up suffering from a severe brain injury and was ultimately deemed catastrophically injured. In my practice, I like to leave no page unturned, nothing that's not explored. If there's a chance at all that somebody meets a definition in the legislation that gives them a higher level of care, or at least access to a higher level of care and services, that's something that I am constantly looking out for because I want my clients to get the best possible results possible. My clients can text or call me at 647-282-3300. They can also call my office and be directed to any of my team members. My clients can expect to receive some relief from contacting myself and my team. I really, really want to do everything, and I know my team is on the exact same page. We want to help clients focus on their own recovery, on their own health, and let us do everything else, all of the paperwork, everything that we could potentially do to alleviate some of the extra stresses, we will do. And I have situations where my clients are being either, evicted and they need help to find movers, people to pack their homes up. We'll do that. My clients need help with filling out forms for their employer. We'll do that on their behalf. My clients need help with securing or finding out if they have any insurance through their bank with respect to their mortgage payments. We'll help explore that as well. Anything that we can to make our lives easier, we'll do.